So hello Capricorn, this is your love and relationship reading for March 2019. You see me shuffling the cards. I am cutting them. I'm going to put 9 cards out for you beginners, or if this is your first time watching my channel, this is your first, these are going to be the first 9 cards, but after the main reading I will pull out a 10th card, which is the outcome card. And I know many of you will probably fast forward. If you want to look at the cards in detail as I lay them out, you're free to obviously stop the video at any time. So Capricorn, by the way, I just put out a 3 of Swords here. Try to stick with it here and let me do the reading. It's never good to have a 3 of Swords in the middle, and that's this card right here. Okay, so the card in the middle is usually the root card. It tells me what is going to be the theme or the issue for the reading. And so when you have that 3 of Swords in the middle, yeah, it can be kind of distressing because it can mean a breakup, or it can probably already mean dealing with a disappointment, bad news. But you also have this card here, Death, right above it, and this is in the past. This row is in the past, present, and future. So when I see what happened in the past with Death, which can definitely mean a big breakup or a big change that brings things to an end, then there's a resurrection. I'm definitely getting the sense of you dealing with a breakup that happened in February or the last couple weeks, and you're still trying to heal and get past it. Now, a breakup is not the only interpretation, because of course there are thousands of you Capricorns out there. But what I'm kind of seeing here is this residual feeling here. That 3 of Swords is pointing towards something that happened in the past and you're still trying to get over it. Another clue for me is that you have this 6 of Swords as well, and a 7 of Swords here in the future, and a King of Swords. So Swords after the past, in the present and future, Swords are playing a big role here, which kind of gives me the impression that some of this heartbreak has to do with your partner or a love interest. Definitely another person here. The actions of another person, not just overall what's happening in the relationship. So I'm seeing this effort to heal. I'm seeing someone going away or traveling, but it can also mean metaphorically, emotionally trying to heal. So you're getting all these cards here dealing with mental distress and pain and anxiety. And so you have a King of Swords, which I definitely feel is a person of interest here. And then that 7 of Swords, which is the card of secrets, hiding, but it can mean a strategy. Someone is not telling you everything. Someone's keeping things to themselves. Of course, that could be your energy as well. Sometimes the good aspects of a 7 of Swords is to don't tell everybody what you're thinking. Keep your strategies to yourself. Just hang back and see what happens. Getting information on the fly, secretly getting information or getting perspective. Sometimes I look at that in some readings and I'm like, is someone stalking you? Is someone checking your Facebook page out? So that could definitely be happening for some of you Capricorns. One more thing I want to point out before the full reading here. Death is the only significant major arcana card you have. So not necessarily big changes like a breakup, but it could mean dealing with the endings or disappointments or someone who hurt you, and you had to sort of step back emotionally and mentally and try to heal. These pentacles are a good sign though. You are an earth sign. Pentacles represent earth. This 10 of Pentacles is a card of interest for me because it is a card of endings as well. 10 is the reset number. It means that the cycle is closing and now it's transitioning to a new cycle. Well, what are cycles? Cycles are experiences in life that play out, and when we're in a cycle in love or money or finances or our job, it can feel like, yeah, why am I going through this issue? It's a cycle is a period of learning, as far as tarot readings, where you go through the experience, and it could be an experience that sort of helps you learn, helps you grow. And so when you get to 10, usually that's the reset. And then you start over again with the ace. And it doesn't always play out with the cards. You're not going to get an ace and then a 2, 3, 4, and they all show up together in order. But this 10 of Pentacles sort of lets me know that this cycle of change, because it's the reset and it comes after death, that some of you Capricorns in the last few weeks have had to go through a reset as far as your relationships. Also, this 3 of Pentacles is really good, because the 3 of Pentacles, it's about slowing down, focusing and concentrating, not letting, when you're grounded, this is a good energy for you, because it means that you're just taking time to work through the disappointment and the pain, and just getting yourself ready to get back on your feet. So that 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles, they're quite useful for you, because it's your natural element, but it also slows down and it gives you time to reflect and just be practical. Okay? And that's a good attitude to have, especially if you've been going through significant relationship changes with death and the 3 of Swords. Okay, and once again, this can mean not necessarily a breakup, but someone kind of really hurt you and it changed the relationship forever and you can't go back. And so now you have to find a new way forward. Doesn't mean that you're not going to find a new way forward with your partner, but it means that you two will definitely have to work at healing. Maybe you guys said something hurtful. And also, it is Mercury retrograde starting from March 5th. For the next couple weeks. So Mercury retrograde, you got to be careful. Anything you say you might regret later. Any contracts or big commitments you make, you might regret those later. If you're flying or traveling or making plans, those plans might fall through. So these cards are probably reflecting what's going on with Mercury retrograde in the month of March. And that's another reason why you shouldn't worry or freak out. Because once Mercury retrograde is over, the tornado is over, everything's in a different place, then you'll probably sort of have a chance to catch your breath. So emotional pullback here with that 4 of Cups, rejection, a 10 of Pentacles. You're reaching your limit and you're about to do a reset in a new cycle. We have a 6 of Swords with that 3 of Swords, traveling, contemplating. Take note, he's traveling. All 4 of the elements are represented here. You have your swords, which represent air. You have your water, which is represented by cups. You have the oar, which represents the wand. And then you have the boat, which is made out of wood, which represents earth. So the boat is giving you stability. Earth is giving you stability to work through this disappointment in your partner screwing up, or your boyfriend or girlfriend screwing up. And then you have this nice little 3 of Pentacles coming after the 3 of Swords. So you have 2 3s here right next to each other. And so even though this person might have inflicted pain, your 3 of Pentacles comes to the rescue and gets you focused and just helps you pull back to solve problems and work through it. So when we come here to the future, it gets really interesting, because this Swords energy, which could be belonging to your partner, all of a sudden we have a King of Swords and then a Page of Cups. We have this new love coming back. Okay, I love you, please take me back, someone. And a Page of Cups can also represent a message of love. So I see someone here near the end of March, whatever this big tiff or argument or disagreement or disappointment that happened, expect your partner to have some time to think things over during this Mercury retrograde, and this Page of Cups is symbolizing an emotional reset here. We still have secrets, we still have someone being tentative, they're still not coming clean, but they do want you back, or they still want to reconcile, or emotionally they're just getting to a better place where they're not so much pushing you away the way they did with that Four of Cups in the past. So I'm fast forwarding here because now I'm about to pull the outcome card, and your outcome card is going to be a Three of Wands, and this is the card of fire, and it's also you have three threes. Okay, so take note, 3 is a number of perfection. It's a very intense card because 3 is about two elements coming together to create one, but 3 is also the perfect expression of each element. So 3 of Swords, swords are about anxiety and pain. 3 of Pentacles, pentacles are about productivity, prosperity, focus. And then 3 of Wands, fire, new motivations, expectations, creativity, happiness, and joy. So you're making, your love life is going through a nice cycle of reconciliation, dealing with pain, but also lots of healing here. And your partner, on the other hand, who might have done something, as I said, screwed up, they're taking a step back to reconsider things and think things over as well. So by the time we get here to that Three of Wands, and you didn't have any wands here, but it finally showed up here in your outcome card. This is the card of future plans, making future plans, looking forward to the future, something best laid plans finally coming in. Your ships are coming in. So it feels as if you're going to get back on track where you're going to go through the healing process, but you're also going to feel much more optimistic about the direction your relationship is changing. But it doesn't mean that you're going to just immediately give your partner the benefit of the doubt. But your partner is just going to sort of like come in very tentatively. Emotionally, they're going to want to reconnect. And so that's what I see happening with the Three of Wands, where we're going to have optimistic expectations after this Mercury retrograde, but we're also going to have something to look forward to. We're going to have hope again. Okay, so that was your reading. Thank you to everybody who has continued to support me, my new subscribers. I'll see you next month. I hope you're making it through this winter season okay. And I do have a $15 special for personal readings. Usually they're $20. And they'll be $15 probably until after Easter. Okay? Take care. As always, I wish you love and light, and I'll see you next month.